Okay, we are at the Alameda Beach shoreline. We're gonna detect. I dropped Olive and Danielle off this morning at the airport a few hours ago. It's actually 9 o'clock, and they are headed out to meet my middle girl, and they're going to travel across the United States in a car. They're gonna go on a road trip, and I'm not going on this one. Then they're meeting my oldest girl as they're driving all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast. It's going to be quite the epic trip, so I am solo for a couple of weeks. You can expect me to be binging some metal detecting and some adventures. And so, we got here to the beach. It's the closest spot to the airport where I dropped them off. And just to start the adventure off, I was looking in her little console here. There was 4 quarters, and I always look at the age of the quarters, so this one caught my eye. 1965. So here in the United States in 1964 we stopped making our dimes and quarters out of silver, started making them out of junk metals basically. So that one looked old, 1965, year after. Look what was lying with it. So somebody turned in all their old quarter collection. Got a 1960 quarter here. Now a lot of people don't know the dates on when it switched over, but you could look on the side and it's a solid silver quarter. And so they just get circulated around. So every time you get a handful of quarters and dimes, see if any of them are before 1964, you know, if you're in the United States, and then turn them on the side. If there's no copper, or if it's before 1964, you know, you can be sure that it's a silver quarter. So we just started off with a silver quarter as we pull up. And heck yeah, I'm claiming that. Unless she wants it, but yeah, silver quarter in the cup holder. So it's a good day already. We are unskunked, and I'm going to try our luck here. And if not here, maybe we'll head down to the inner bay and do some mudlarking, because there's actually cool stuff. There's actually cool stuff everywhere. So here we are. That's San Francisco on the other side. Those are all big ships coming in with cargo, concession stands, and we're gonna go work the cut first. It is low tide. There are shady spots, and I don't see any detector marks. This has a really long cut. It gets really heavy hit. But there's all that, and all that, all the way along, and then all that out there. So, we'll get to it. Oh look, that's a good omen. There's a dime lying on the surface. It's our first coin. It's like a 1989, but it's still a dime. So, we are off to a really good start. Can't believe that was just laying there. Yeah, 1989. Okay, I'm gonna get everything turned on and I'll let you know how it goes. Got a screaming 30 here that just popped out. It's in our shaker. Do we see garbage? Nope, that's a good sign. Oh, we got our first, second coin off the beach. Big old quarter. Awesome. We'll take it. Barely getting a squeak here. Maybe not. Oh. I don't know. Heck of a cut though. Oh, there's where we found the first quarter. We got another squeaker. Wherever a coin falls out, jewelry can fall out too. Everybody thinks about rings falling off in the water, which is true. But you also take jewelry off before you swim and then it falls out of your pockets. Or you change into your shorts, all that kind of stuff. Right there. There we go, another quarter. That one's actually been there for a little while. So, 1984. 1720-ish here. Making kind of different noises. Oh, it's a Corona. That's okay. That might be the one that's flying them out. Another signal here. Might be a bottle cap. Ooh, sounds good. 26. Let's pinpoint it. Should be right there. No. 2. Yeah. Right there. Okay, we got it. Shake her down. Another quarter. It's a good thing. 1980. Yay. Or 90. It's a quarter. The East Bay fellows are usually pretty diligent, so we're lucky to get in here. And I am in beach mode 1 on the Minelab Equinox 800. I don't get paid to say that either, but I do. That way you know what I'm doing here. And we are getting 16, 17, 18 mid numbers on a machine. Oh, it's because it's a bottle cap. That's the south of San Francisco Bay. Goes down there and then bottoms out up here to where San Francisco is, and the opening, those are actually the skyscrapers of San Francisco. The opening, and then it goes into the North Bay, and then to all the rivers inland. So you're right about in the middle, on the east side of it, on the west coast. See all these butt marks? Butt mark, butt mark, butt mark. So you come right over the edge here and you sit on the towel line basically. 23, 24. So pretty high signal. Should be a coin or the silver ring that we're hunting. That's my goal for the day. It's out of the hole and it is not a can. It's in our scoop. And it is a can like lid. My sensitivity right now is at 22 and it's stable on this machine in salt water in an industrial zone. There's actually a black stripe of sand there because this is industry. The black stallion. $20, $23. Might be a can. Ooh, 18. Might be like bottle top. We're out of hole. Yeah, switch from a high. Let's go ahead and just drop down. I brought the pinpointer today. You know you got it, you can just go after it. It's a nip top. Top off a nip bottle. Whatever those are called. Look at the size of this cut that we're on. And got a little coin spill, so we got a nickel. Doing this the easy way. And a quarter. From 1977, my birth year. That, my friends, is a good sign. You probably can't hear this because the wind is blowing in the mic. Are you with me? Okay. 25, 22. Have a high signal on this machine. And must be a dime modern 2005. So got a really high signal here and then another one to the right of us. Trying not to lose that one. Okay, penny, 74. So 25, 13. We're in the big ramp where you go from the upper layer to the beach layer. So this one's probably again pretty deep. Looking like a 10. State. It's okay, we started off with the silver quarter, so we're doing good already. 25 cents. So we were taking a little lunch break, and I am looking at my map, and there's so many places we can go. It's an entire bay, and all of the points have little old looking stuff and rubbish and old dumps and you know. So I'm gonna take a break and then do some more sand detecting and then maybe go mudlarking. This is where we have ended up. We're in Albany. This is the big hill with the eucalyptus, Highway 80, where it goes down to go across the Oakland Bay Bridge into San Francisco. And you get the Golden Gate. It's the Golden Gate Bridge there. On in Sausalito. And we're at the Albany Bowl. There's parking right there, so we're gonna go explore. Looks like this is a huge dump island, but I see old palm trees and stuff, and then I was looking on Google Earth and there must have been shots at low tide and this place was loaded, so I thought we'd do a little bit of mudlarking too. And this is Golden Gate Fields, a famous horse racing track. And I actually learned to ride horse on Seabiscuit's illegitimate granddaughter. So that's my claim to fame on that field. Ooh, spinach. Okay, so we're just gonna actually look around because a lot of old details are just sitting there in plain sight and nobody even thinks about it. So we'll see what we can find. I'm just gonna walk out to this little point and then maybe we'll walk out to that little point, and then I have the detector too. We can look for modern rings and stuff on this little beach. But yeah, look at that view. Just so much history. It's like any other major port. So little pieces of copper pipe and everything else. I love little brass nails. I love seeing little pieces of the past. We'll keep our eyes out. Little copper screws and bits and bobs. Mostly the green that's sticking out to my eyeballs so far, but I mean, they're here. So we're just looking around. Chunks of shards, lots of mussels and stuff. Recover our lead for the day. Guys, a super freighter coming in underneath the Golden Gate. Huge thing at the end of the dock for tying up ships. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, I'm tripping out. I've come out in the middle of these islands are just human-made, and they're just big pilings from the cities, mostly concrete and stuff. And then we have a type of milkweed that's just blooming out through the whole thing, which is pretty crazy. And then people have come out and used all the broken slabs for an art installation, and it's just really cool. I guess these are pieces of old roadway or something. The broken bottoms of pillars and then the flowers. Just really cool. Stretching all the way down, and there's the beach we're on, and Golden Gate Fields there. And the big hill with the eucalyptus that you drive by. So we're just gonna head over to the other side. I wanted to see the other side, but if you get a chance to come out here, come out and check it out, because it's free, it's public access, it's right off the highway. Looks like people have just gone crazy. I didn't know any of this was out here. We're just going to the far shore, but I mean, how can you miss the 10-ton baby? It's creepy in its own way. So this thing is big. It goes all the way out. I don't know how far we're gonna go. I guess the beach is pretty loaded up with people, so we can kind of hike around and use our eyeballs and go back more near the end of the day. That means they'll probably be loaded with treasure, and we won't have much time left. We'll go ahead and walk this. The wild radishes and the milkweed are intense. It's just growing all through everything. Try and cut out here and look over the edge and see what it looks like. Okay. Wow, and it looks like everything that got transported out here with the rubble just started growing, so there's like a million garden plants gone crazy. So we climb down there and just start bubbling along the rocks. 100 years after humans. This is a lot like the dumps on the outside of the city by the bridge and stuff, so it just looks like you can see we're at water level here. See the debris start? Look how tall that is, and it's just cement, asphalt. I mean, this entire thing that you're looking at, and it's one of many. So, I don't know. Let's just wander. I'll let you know. I don't know what we're doing. We're supposed to be driving far north into California today, and we're going farther into the bay moment for moment here, so I'd rather do things that I haven't done before than things that I have done though. So I haven't been on the side of this garbage pile here. There's everything in the world sticking out of the side of this. Wow. I love these areas. It's just, you know, these have been here for so long now, they've been forgotten, and it's huge and massive, and these are bricks of every sort, and who knows where they were made, where they were shipped from, what they stood as, why they were torn down, how they got piled here. And then amongst that is every beautiful native stone of the, that's almost like a clear something or other. Pieces of the old glass with the wire that runs through it. Pieces of slag. Leftovers of metal. All sorts of shards of every color and size. All the iron's pretty rusted up because we're in salt water, but just the bricks alone, the curbs and the stairs, you know. Hasn't been that long, and this is already yesterday's forgotten world that we're living on top of in big piled mounds. So, gets the mind stirring. This is actually a pretty good rock hounding out here. Look at these pieces of jasper. That's awesome. So, all I have to do is go and look. That's what we're doing. Washers. Look at these rainbowed pieces of glass. What window was that in what building in the early... Remember that it's, you know, it's only 2020 now, 22. And, you know, the gold rush came into this bay in 1849, so really not that long ago, like 100-year generation, and during that time it went from nothing as far as European settlers to this crazy thing that it is now. We're next to Berkeley and Oakland, and so little latch, little brass latch that used to latch a window shut, maybe that window. Little washers. That's some sort of brass washer. And lots of slag, industrial stuff. Sometimes it's the earthquakes in this bay that creates all the stuff getting piled up, and sometimes it's just progress itself. When you tear down a building in the old days, you had to have a place to put it all. And progress often demands that you can't recycle in time, so it ends up in places like this. There is a castle out here I saw on the map that somebody took a lot of this stuff, it looks like. I was looking at it on Google, and built some sort of crazy castle out of it. So yes, for sure somebody has already thought what some of you are thinking. Bucket handles, like the real molten pieces of slag. Okay, so we worked our way along there, but it's getting steeper and steeper, and we're getting pinched off by the tide running in. So, climbing back up the slope, being the weirdo in the bushes. Look at these milk plants that were crazy. Big old bumblebees all over them. Okay, let's keep going. Next beach, we just got another one of these, and just straight out from the Golden Gate Bridge. Not filming a lot because there's a lot of people, so I figured let them have their privacy, but getting a lot of coins, so small beach, good detecting. Okay, just got this, it's gold, my first gold in a while. Looks like it is a piece of an earring. It is heavy for its size. It is beautiful, and it is stamped. 14 karat. So shiny from being in the ocean. That is nice. Oh, it's no hand worked, hand pounded. 14 karat gold. This is such an industrial area. Look at these layers of black sand in here. Look at that. That is just crazy. So that's the type of mineralization that this machine is dealing with. That's crazy. Could be silver point, which is pretty cool to find here. This is the parking lot rink at the Golden Gate Field, and I'm just working the low walkway, the edge of it there. There's actually a mat. I just got a low ring, so we're not skunked on the rings either. I thought it was wire wrapped. It's not. It's actually a one piece. It's just a little texture ring. It might even be silver. gotten gray. I think we were going to go up to north of here and do a little just shore wandering. Finish this out. That's what the day looks like. There are crazy people out on the water. That's a cool thing to find. I don't know what it is, but it's maybe a pewter. And we'll probably clean it up. I wasn't expecting to find older stuff, but it's yeah, it's something cast and crazy. Don't know. Maybe a piece of an old fence from the dumps, you know? Okay. We are back home, and looking at all this spread out, we didn't do too bad. So let's start with our coins. These are 25-cent pieces. So $1, $2, $half, 10 altogether. We got 5-cent pieces, nickels, 3 of them. These are all of our 1-cent pieces, our pennies. So not bad on the coins. These are all dimes, 10-cent pieces. All of these after the age of silver. But it's okay, we started our day with the silver 25-cent piece from 1960. Beautiful. And continued on into our Colombian coin, which is silver in color, and all the ones in the books and online were more of a bronze color, but maybe the ocean changed it. Anyhow, said that these modern day ones, like the 1980s, are made more out of mixed metals and not silver. If anybody knows different than that, let me know. And Pet Food Express token, but a token. A ring that I thought was wrapped wire. When I actually looked at it closer, I could see it was just a stylized ring with some texturing to it. It's got a little corrosion of sand on there. It doesn't feel very heavy. Have our little copper latches and our nicks and knacks and pieces and bullets and bolts and bottle caps. We have 3 dog licenses, the door off of a toy car. We have our gold for the day, so it is not solid. The GF stands for gold fill, so you can see that it is actually 2 little plates of gold there. So it's not like a painted on leaf coating. They're little thick layers, but it's so that something thin like this is not pure gold, or it would bend around. So they put a little layer of copper or brass in between, and then put the layers of gold on either side. But the layers of gold are very much 14 karat. So got some gold. This, once I got it cleaned up, is a beautiful little thing, and I do believe it has some age to it. And I don't know if you can see it in this light, but it was once gold gilded. As I clean it off here, there's just a couple patches. Oh, I don't know if it's going to show up for you, but there's gold in there, just coating. And made out of some sort of heavy pewter material, so I think that it has some age. Some ornate thing from the city that has been rebuilt and remade so many times, as we saw in the video. And then this at sunset, last person off the beach, pair of Oakleys buried in the sand. Let's see, what is the number here? Okay, does that actually say Oakley, or does it say okay? You never know. But pair of shades right before summertime, and a lot of targets and a fun hunt. I'm going to call it done for the night. Charge this detector back up. We have a lot of invites, and we got to hit the road again tomorrow. So thank you for coming with me. I hope you're enjoying these adventures in the metal land. I have to put all this away in all the different spots where it goes and go to bed. We will see you at the next location. Quest on.